Welcome to Tales from the Desk. This is the first time I've tried a video blog like this, so this is for clients of 2020 financial planning. Look, what I thought I'd like to talk about today is what's going on in North Korea as it stands. I mean, North Korea is a communist state. It's commonly referred to by the Americans as being a rogue state and sponsors of terrorism. It's interesting, you know, the new leader Kim Jong-un has recently declared a state of war with South Korea. To be honest, they've been in a state of war for years, because after the end of the Korean War there was no end. They've really called an armistice. There's been no peace treaty ever signed between them. What a lot of people don't know about North Korea, it is a very secretive state as it stands. It was actually formed, North and South Korea, via the United Nations back after the end of the Second World War, after 1948. So given the United Nations has recently imposed sanctions on North Korea, perhaps we can blame them for creating the problem in the first place. North Korea is actually one of the poorest countries in the world. It has a population pretty similar size to Australia, we believe, 22 to 23 million. Their actual annual output is about $40 billion for economic activity. You compare that to Australia. Australia's economic activity as a nation is something like 1.6 trillion, so you can see how light on the North Koreans are. Economic output per head of capita is only $1,800 in North Korea, so it just shows you how poor the country really is. It reminds me a bit of Russia. 15 years ago, Russia happened to be a third world country with nuclear capabilities. Now that's what we have with North Korea as well. In North Korea, they've actually got one of the largest militaries in the world. Apparently they've got 9.5 million people, so you know, almost 50% of their population is part of their army. As well as that, you know, they offer free healthcare, and also education is free and universal. North Korea apparently has one of the highest literacy rates in the world. You know, almost the whole population is able to read and write, so that puts it at the top of something in the world as far as you know, that goes. What do I think is going to happen? Well, look, nobody knows. Generally, what has happened previously, the North Koreans, when they've talked about firing weapons at the South Koreans or the Japanese or the Americans, it's really more of a cry for help, to try and get the Americans back to the negotiating table, to give them more foreign aid or money or food, and help in that particular regard as such. I mean, they do have nuclear weapons. We don't know how far they can go. But look, if they start firing things off, you know, South Korea and Japan and perhaps other parts of Asia might be in problems, but given the military might of the United States, it probably wouldn't be a very long war as that stands, if it happens at all. Hopefully, this is just another period of sabre rattling, and saner heads will prevail, and they'll come to some form of agreement where they're given some more money or have sanctions, reduced against them. I mean, North Korea's major allies are still China and Russia as that stands. I mean, it's not in either of China or Russia's interest to see, the Korean Peninsula go up in smoke or nuclear weapons be fired around the place. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this particular brief. Please feel free to give me a ring or drop me an email if you want any further information, and I look forward to catching up with you all soon. Bye for now.